Number 5, we're going to find the x-intercept and the y-intercept of the equation. Now, if you think about it, the x-intercept, well, that's going to occur somewhere here or here or here. That's going to occur when you're at a height of 0, when y is 0. So we know this occurs, we're going to set the y equal to 0 and solve it. The y-intercept, well, that's going to occur here or here. That occurs when you've moved over none and then up some amount or down some amount. So we know the x value is going to be 0. So this is going to occur when x is 0. The y-intercept will only occur really one spot since it's a function. F of x equals this. I know that guy goes down like this. It's crossing somewhere here. Now it could cross, notice it could cross, it could cross the x in multiple spots. But I know it's only going to cross the y in one spot. I'm going to do the y-intercept first because it's easiest. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to do what? I'm going to set the x value to 0. So 0 cubed plus 2 times 0 squared minus 0 minus 2. What do you get? You get, when the x is 0, the y value comes out to be negative 2. So the y-intercept is occurring at 0, negative 2. That's where that graph, x cubed plus 2x squared minus x minus 2, crosses the y-axis. 0, negative 2. That's easy. X-intercept, much more difficult and can happen multiple times. Here we set the y to 0. So I set this to 0. So I'm trying, having trouble. X cubed plus 2x squared minus x minus 2. I'm trying to figure out when that's 0. How am I going to do that? Well, the first thing I notice is there's 4 pieces. There's 4 pieces here. So I'm going to factor this by grouping. Now, so I'm going to group these. That minus, can't have that. I got to change it to plus and put a negative on him. Now, what factors out here? An x squared factors out, leaving behind an x plus 2 plus, remember, since we had to change to a negative, to a plus and negative, we have to factor out a negative. Nothing comes out, so a negative 1 comes out. That leaves x. Negative 1 times x is a negative x. Negative 1 times a positive 2 is the minus 2 there. Positive 2. So this factors to an x plus 2 times an x squared minus 1 equaling 0. So I'm going to set the x plus 2 equal to 0 and solve it, and set the x squared minus 1 equal to 0 and solve it. Here I subtract 2 from both sides. Happens when x is negative 2. So I know one of them is negative 2, 0. Well, what about the other one? This is a difference of squares. Notice that's just x minus 1 times x plus 1. So you're going to get 1 as a solution and negative 1. So we get 3 solutions. You get negative 1, and again, your y value is 0, and you're going to get a positive 1 and 0. A lot of kids miss that. They don't recognize this x squared minus 1 as a difference of squares, and they just move the 1 over and just get this one single solution. But this guy crosses in 3 spots.